Hey everyone, welcome to Direct from the Flight Deck. I'm James, and it has been 2 months I haven't made any video about airplanes and airline career stuff like that. So today I'm sitting at my crash pad and I want to talk about my career and as well as what I have learned from it. So my career starting from flight instructing. Back in early 2010, I got my CFI II MEI from ATP, and I started instructing at the flight school called Transpac Aviation Academy in Phoenix, Arizona. And that was a great experience. Prior to that, I went through a program called MESA Pilot Development Training Program in Farmington, New Mexico. So that wasn't a good time. So after my completion of the program, I got hired and put into training for Dash A with Mesa Airline, and then got furloughed during the ground school when the 2008 economy collapse hit. So just like everybody else, I thought I can avoid the flight training route, but end up like I have to go back to the flight training route, get my flight instructor license, and build my hour, start working toward the 1,500 hours rule. So less than 1 year of flight instructing, actually I achieved about 1,200 hours and got picked up by Atlantic Southeast Airline, which is a regional airline flying heavily for Delta Airline codeshare, like a Delta connection. So it's a regional airline for Delta Airline based in Atlanta. Through 2 years and 8 months of I think it's 2 years and 8 months of flying, and I get my hours from 1,200 hours to close to 4,000 hours. So why I choose Atlantic Southeast Airline back then? Well, first, it looks like the Atlantic Southeast Airline and also ExpressJet, they merge, and then also owned by SkyWest Airlines. So it looks pretty solid, right? They looks like the biggest regional airline around the world. So I believe, like, okay, in case I cannot make it to the major airline, probably is a good security for my career to stay at one of the biggest regional airline in the world. So that thought actually didn't work out. So 2 years, 8 months later, I got out. I was lucky, and then applied to different major airline, and then I got a call from Spirit Airlines. So I accept the job offer, and then I build my career as a final destination career at Spirit Airline. So that's where I am today. 4 years later, upgrade to a captain. But what I want to talk about, what I learned from the regional was is a good place to build experience, because it offers you flying into lots of different type of places, different kind of airport, short runway, high altitude, different weather, lots of landings per day. So you can brush up your skill pretty good. You can learn very fast, but probably it's not a good place to stay. Today, 2020, toward the end, just within this year, 3 regional airlines wind down, and one of them was ExpressJet Airline, which is the one I work for. So the moral of the story, I learned, well, regional airline is not a place for you to stay, just because of their business model. All the regional their business is not counting on how well they can sell the ticket. It's how cheap they can do for the major airline to let them to fly for their routes. So yep, I feel sorry for the pilot, the crews from ExpressJet Airline, Compass, and Transstate Airline. They were good airline. They just like Compass, once they were Northeast Airline only feeder flying the E175, and they also have great pilot flow through program to Delta from Compass. But until the point they, when the salary, the cost of the operation goes up, and the major airline, legacy airline, they can find another cheaper carrier to do the same job, and they definitely will take that cost saving. So while I'm sitting here, if I'm asking myself if I would do this again, will I go through this route from the fly instructing, regional, and then to the major airline? I would say yes. This is a very, I would say, secure route to do it, because fly instructing, anytime when you have the license, you can always go back to fly instructing in case you got furloughed from the major airline or any airline during your career. Regional airline, I would say it is a great learning opportunity, but I wish if I could do it again, I will pick another aircraft to fly instead of the CRJ with ASA, because I look up to lots of the job agency site. I will pick up what aircraft type rating is more valuable for your career, which is the E175 Asia. They hiring lots of E-Jet pilot, and also Dash 8 King Air. Those are the very great type rating you want to have, instead of the CRJ, which is not much Asian carrier. They use the CRJ today. And same reason I come to Spirit Airline, because they are growing airline, offer quick upgrade from the right seat to the captain position. And also the Airbus 320 type rating is kind of like a career security for me. Again, after done some research, pretty much, in Asia, there's lots of airline that hiring captain in the Airbus 320, in China, in Vietnam, in Southeast Asia, in Japan, in Korea, Taiwan. So pretty much everywhere they're hiring Airbus 320 captain. So just in case, in my mind is, if ever comes to a point I got furloughed or laid off from my current employer, probably I got something to fall back to. So yeah, that's a 320 behind me. So I guess in my crash pad, majority of attendant here is pilot and flight attendant in the Airbus as well. So in the conclusion, talk about the career progression or career choice. For those of you who got furloughed on the street right now, don't get discouraged. Ask yourself, is that aviation is your passion? Just like me at the beginning, I did not expect to make a good living through aviation. I do this because I really love it, and this is my dream since my childhood. So that's why I do it, and today I very thankful I make a good living out of it. Just need to go through this tough time just like everybody else, and I hope those pilot got furloughed on the street. I wish the best of everybody. Don't give up, and the aviation will turn around back to the pre-COVID level, just like what happened in the past in 2008 when nobody hiring and every airline started furlough and end up the whole industry turn around in just 3 years. I believe this time the situation is a little bit better because from what I see from Spirit, let's see, another couple airlines, Southwest and there's a bunch of airline, they reached a deal between JetBlue, between pilot and the company, the pilot union and the company. They can avoid furlough in the next 6 to 8 months. While the airline management, they're not stupid, right? They done this math and they believe the whole industry is going to turn back to normal probably by summer next year, 2021. So I believe the time frame of this COVID-19 affect our industry will be much shorter than the financial collapse in 2008. So I hope everybody stay healthy, in good shape, and I will see you guys in the future at the airport.